to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hey everybody, welcome to Biz Chicks TV. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina Austin, and we just want to welcome you to Biz Chicks. It's that day, it's that time for Tech Life Weekly. What we got going on this week, Fran?
Well, we're going to have a little bit of tech history. We'll be joined with our colleagues, Terry Johnson and Dr. Tachi will be with us shortly. But in the meantime, we're going to get this party started with some tech history. So this week in tech history, we're going to be talking about December 8th, 1991. Sorry, I just moved my screen. 1991, QuickTime was released by Apple. Apple introduced QuickTime, a breakthrough multimedia framework that made video playback possible on personal computers. It changed how computers handled media and set the stage for modern digital video. 2009, Google announces Chrome, and that's also on December 8th. Google announces Chrome for Mac OS. Chrome expanded to Mac, speeding adoption of Google's browser and accelerating the shift toward cloud-based computing. December 9th, 1968, the mother of all demos, Douglas Engelbart demonstrated the mouse, hypertext, video conferencing, screen sharing, and collaborative editing, all in one presentation. This was one of the most important tech demos in history. 68, y'all, 68. 1993, Mosaic web browser Windows released. Mosaic, the browser that ignited the modern web, launched for Windows, helping take the internet mainstream. December 10th, 1815, Ada Lovelace born. Widely recognized as the first computer programmer, Lovelace wrote the first algorithm intended for a machine. What
year was that?
1815.
Wow. Okay.
That's long before computers existed. Ada, come on now, she's a tech diva.
I'm just saying.
In December 10th in 1993, Doom was released by id Software. The game Doom launched, pioneering 3D graphics, networked multiplayer gaming, and shaping video game history. December 11th, 2008, Google releases the native client, NACI. This allowed high-performance code to run securely inside the Chrome browser, paving the way for heavier web apps and the future of browser-based computing. December 11th, 2000, Microsoft releases Windows 2000 Data Center Server. It introduced major reliability and scalability feature for enterprise systems. December 12th, 1901, Marconi sends first transatlantic radio signal. Guglielmo Marconi received the historic Morse code across the Atlantic, a breakthrough that opened global wireless communication. I think that was the first text message. 1980, Apple IPO. Apple went public at $22 a share. Let that sink in, because it is a lot more than $22 a share now. It instantly created hundreds of millionaires and marked the beginning of Apple's rise as a global tech giant. So let's talk about some tech making history this week. AI infrastructure surges again. Broadcom, Oracle, and AWS announced this week what they announcements this week point to a massive new cycle of AI chip, cloud, and data center expansion. Everybody is moving and making moves within the AI infrastructure.
Mhm.
AI is no longer an add-on. It is the backbone of enterprise computing.
Oh, too big to fail? Mm.
So it's not like something that you get. It has become the happy meal. It is no longer the added thing.
It's like electricity. You get used to it. You don't
It
wanna live without it
yeah.
because it's so
Uh,
interwoven in everything.
right. And we had this story last week, but it bears repeating. Waymo is expanding.
Mhm.
Um, the CEO, Takendra Mawakana, is continuing leading the expansion of fully driverless robotaxi services into new U.S. markets. This
Mhm.
pushes autonomous driving further into mainstream use.
Yes.
Okay, 3. Time names AI architects Person of the Year. You know how Time Magazine puts somebody on the Person
Yes.
of the
Mhm.
Year. So AI architects is the Person of the Year. I don't know who that is. Okay.
That would be anybody who puts together the structure of AI.
It said a quote AI architects close quote. Okay. Time
Builders.
recognizes the defining force of this decade is the group shaping AI's global impact from safety to infrastructure. So the architects are the Person of the Year.
Mhm. The
Okay.
builders of AI.
Yes. Thank you for that clarification because I was like, okay.
What does this mean? Yeah. What are they referring to? Yeah.
Developer tools shift again. AWS regarding invent announcements. Oh, AWS reinvent announcements on new AI chips and customizable LLMs, large language models, set the direction for software development in
Mhm.
2025. Tech work shakeups. Multiple companies announce job cuts as automation accelerates
Mm.
operational restructuring across big tech. So now I'm going to do a little thing here. We have um, some historic contributors.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can move this over and still do what I need to do. We're going to talk about closing this over. Sorry.
No problem. I love tech history. You know, I'm a history buff anyway.
Oh, I did not know that.
I just enjoy it. I'm not really a collector and, you know, what would you call a store of historical events, but I do like it when we can point them out. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about those folks who are contributing to what's going on in the world of tech. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I just bounced myself out and
I
I was
saw
trying
you
to
bounce yourself out, but it's okay.
bounce
I was
myself
telling
back in.
you, mhm,
Okay. So, does that mean all my little people left?
it looked like they left too,
Oh,
but it's
no.
okay. Take
No,
your
it's not
time,
okay because I'm going to
find
put
them and put them up.
yeah, so we've got some people in history that I'd like to see the face of people, you know what I
Mhm,
mean? And
mhm.
so this is Roy L. Clay Sr. He led development of HP's computer division known as the Godfather of Silicon Valley.
All right.
There's Roy.
Wow. That's that's bigger than James Brown, the Godfather of Soul.
Mhm.
All
And the
right,
next
Roy, I
person,
see you.
right, and the next person we have up is Annie Easley,
Okay, Annie. What's up
NASA
with Annie?
computer scientist who
Mhm.
developed software for early rocket systems.
Wow. Okay, Annie.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Next up, we have
You know what? I'm gonna talk to you about this when we get off.
Gerald Lawson.
Okay, Mr. Lawson.
He invented the interchangeable video game cartridge, changing gaming forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Wow, look at
And
that TV in the back. Probably has tubes in the back of it. Go ahead.
yeah, it probably does.
Mhm.
And then the next person up is Mark. There he is. Mark
Okay.
Regis Hanna. He's a co-founder of Silicon Graphics, SGI. His
Mhm.
3D graphics tech powered Jurassic Park and early Pixar
Wow.
work.
Say that again. He's the
His three,
early.
yes, his early his 3D graphics tech powered Jurassic Park and early Pixar work.
You go. Wow. I'm telling you. The things we would have missed out on had
Right,
these folks not been in this field. Well
right.
done. Oh
And
my God.
so there are some, are we on the modern presentations? Let's remove, okay.
Mhm.
So there's some other women, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if I can show them or figure out a way to show them. Takandra Tekedra Mawakana, she's a co-CEO of Waymo. Kimberly Bryant, founder of Black Girls Code. Dr. Timonet Jibru, AI researcher and founder, Distributed AI Research Institute. She's a founder of that. Angela Benton, a tech entrepreneur and accelerator founder. And then Arlen Hamilton, founder of Backstage Capital, which is a venture capital company.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I have the visuals for these. I just didn't get a chance to set them up.
Okay. Well, maybe we can see them. Maybe you can redo that part next week and we can see them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Yes.
I am excited to see these faces. Wow. These faces and these places. Amazing, Fran.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
So
Wow.
that is your week in tech history and tech making history.
Wow. Well done. I enjoyed that. Because like I said, I love history, and then to be able to see the people who actually created these things, it's inspiring.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we think, "Oh, I'm not techie." Wait a minute now. We've been techie for a long time.
A very long time.
A very long time. So, are we ready for
Your
my
stories.
my story? Okay. Guys, I was looking through, some of the things that are going on today in tech. And all right, now I want you to get ready for this because this one's going to feel a lot like science fiction that showed up early. Imagine walking into a research lab, no white coats, no coffee cups, no humans arguing about the data. Instead, you got these robots, AI systems, if you will. In other words, machines running experiments around the clock. Sounds pretty wild. Well, it's real. Here's the deal. Excuse me. Let me get a little water because you're gonna need a little break here. Okay. Google's AI company DeepMind just announced that they're opening the world's first AI run research lab. Okay. And
Mm.
no, this isn't about robots taking over the world. It's about speed. The AI lab is designed to run experiments, analyze results, and then suggest new ideas for faster than human teams could ever have done. So think of it sort of like the world's smartest lab assistant,
Mm-hmm.
one that never gets tired, never wants a raise, never takes a lunch break, working for you in your lab. So my question to you is, why does this matter? Well, they're starting with things that affect all of us. Better computer chips. Oh my gosh, get even faster. New materials for medical technology and breakthroughs in energy systems. This means faster devices, smarter healthcare tools, and tech that can improve everyday life in ways we haven't even imagined yet. But here's the part that I love: humans aren't being replaced, they're being amplified. Okay. Scientists still guide the work, they still ask the big questions. AI just handles the heavy lifting so that us humans can focus on creativity,
Mm-hmm.
insight, and innovation. So, Fran, can we show that little clip that I had Sora put together?
Isolate this cluster, perfusion increases by 11%.
And that correlates with the seizure onset window we flagged last week.
Confirmed. Model confidence 92%, suggesting early.
Okay. So that's sort of what it would look like. Although I doubt if it would actually have a physical robot in the lab. But you would have that assistant in the lab. So whether you're a business owner, a creator, a parent, or just tech curious, here's a reminder: technology isn't just something we use anymore. It's something we collaborate with. And when we use it wisely, it can help us discover faster, work smarter, take the hassle out of our hustle, and run a more profitable business that's fun to run. So that's my tech moment for the week. Stay curious, stay, powerful, and let's keep learning together, guys.
Agreed. I love the Christmas tree in the background, Terry.
Oh, thank you. My grandkids.
I need some Christmas stuff.
I hear you. My grandkids were here, so it had to go up.
Yeah, but see, you don't have any pets. We have a cat, so
no, I don't.
That tree would be like.
I hear you. Ready for?
They love trees, Christmas trees, and things for some reason. I don't know.
And he'd probably be on top of it. And you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, did I save the tree or the cat?" Oh my goodness!
That a pet does. And Fran has a dog, so she knows they just do things, and you're like, "What?"
Today of all days,
right?
Yeah,
chewing stuff, hitting stuff.
Right? We don't know why. I'm like, what's in your mind to make you do that? But who knows?
Curious. Right. Curious.
But thank you for having the tree. So I like that. And then we got the little happy holidays.
Terry didn't want me to go because they gave us some stuff, right?
Some borders.
Things in there.
They gave us because we can have candy canes.
Really? Ooh, I like that one. I like that. Can we get that one?
Okay. Yeah. Terry was like, "Oh, okay, there's a lot."
That's maybe two of us on here, but
okay, with two, it
might have been a little overwhelming. Okay.
But they gave us some overlays and some stuff. I was like, "Oh, the Christmas pack."
Mm-hmm.
So, TJ, you ready?
TJ, you're up.
Let me bring up my notes. Just give me a little recap on what you guys were talking about.
Well, in tech history, we had pictures for people this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talked about Roy and the godfather of Silicon Valley. I was like, oh,
the godfather
of Silicon Valley. Yes.
Yeah, Carson with his development of gaming.
Yes. Mark Hanna, he was or is co-founder of CGI, and his tech helped
Graphics.
Jurassic Park and Pixar.
But they're graphics, 3D graphics.
All right.
I was like, oh,
I'll watch it back. I'll watch that part.
yeah.
Thank
So
you for
I'm gonna try and find pictures of people because sometimes you want to see the people who.
Yeah, you can't, talking about it, you can imagine it, but seeing the pictures is like, oh.
Yeah, because it was like you put a face to the tech.
See,
or
you know
face
what? Speaking of that, I see a lot of people doing AI stuff of like historical figures. I'm like, I don't like it because I could just find the real picture, and then they do the AI, and it's like, I don't like that.
No, I don't want to do the AI. I just want to see.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Y'all want those old school photos. Okay.
Right.
I'm just saying, take the time. Okay, if there's a picture of Rosa Parks or whoever, something I saw, and I was like, why do an AI Rosa Parks?
When you can find her.
Google, and you can get not even the photos, but you get the creative license you get to use for free.
Okay.
Yeah, and these people just
person. But that's just me. But people going AI crazy, so.
Well, because they really don't know how to use the tool, TJ. That's the thing. They haven't sat down long enough to figure out an idea that they can use. I saw one girl on Sora, and she talked about how AI, or how it helps people do something. And I was like, oh, this is a good use of the Sora too. You don't have to do weird, stupid stuff.
That's what we said. It. Remember, we said that when it came out, and I went in, and it was all rainbow chickens flying on pigs, and
it was crazy. But you don't have to do that. You can get your message across.
People also, that's a lot of like Gen Alpha and stuff that they just go crazy with it. I'm like, no, we're gonna find the business use. We're gonna find the practical. We're gonna find the practical use. So. But,
right.
Glad you said that. Go ahead.
And we did that too, because there was the one girl, it came out really nice. I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Oh.
And she's talking about the people who didn't have shoes.
Okay.
Oh.
And so she did a little Sora shipping shoes to Philippines. I was like, can we use it for good?
And that's all AI.
Yeah, this is she's in. Let me see if I can pull her up.
Oh yeah, show it. Let's see it.
Because I was like, oh, so she's got something good going on.
I want to see that, because that's like one of the stories that I have is about the AI, and like you saying, the storytelling and doing it good and doing it not doing it good, doing it well and not doing it well. So that when people see it not done very well, it gives them an icky taste. But that's what I was saying about like the Rosa Parks AI and the historical. I'm like, don't do that. I want to see and it's obviously AI. It's not like they went to Gemini, Nano Banana, and made, because you can make people with the Gemini that look like people. This was like, no, this looked like they did something in ChatGPT and it was all
distorted or whatever.
It was sepia. Sepia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sepia is the one. Okay, so let me show you.
And I'm like, I don't like that.
Okay, so I found her. Let me bring her up.
If you're gonna do a nice, give me a nice watercolor image in, and and it looks great, like somebody painted it. That would be cool, but not the things that I'm seeing. And then I'm like, everybody's running.
Protect their feet, restore their dignity, and show them they are seen and loved. Thank you. But through your generosity, we are preparing new slippers to protect their feet, restore their dignity, and show them they are seen and loved. Thank you. But through your generosity,
with feet
You see what I'm
unprotected,
saying?
wearing
That's
many
nice.
children
She's
in
not.
Indonesia and the Philippines walk miles each day with feet unprotected, wearing shoes that are torn, unsafe, or falling apart. Many children in
Right?
Indonesia
I was
and the
like,
Philippines
Yeah,
walk
because
miles each day
we talk
with
about,
feet
whenever we
unprotected,
talk about
wearing
minors,
shoes that are torn,
like the
unsafe,
news
or
is trying
falling
to
apart.
show minors and the
Many
faces
children
and
in
stuff.
Indonesia and the Philippines walk miles each
Roll like the
I'm
dudes
trying
got.
to get off of stuff.
Oh
But what
Lord,
I'm saying is she
crab in
did
the, what's that, crab in the soup or something? There we go.
right, and that's all the weird stuff, right? But
Cats around the fire. See, that's this example is great. See the cats dance around the fire. Okay, that's the
but
kids.
she had something else where she was bringing attention to, let's get some shoes for these kids.
Mhm. Okay, but the rest of it is like, okay, y'all. Okay,
It is weird, and I'm like, what?
I say it's for entertainment purposes.
it's entertainment purposes. So
You know, people playing around with stuff.
yeah, they're playing around. Some of it's entertaining. Some of it is just, I don't want to see
We
that.
don't. Well, we all have our opinions of what's
Yes.
entertaining. So
Yes, everybody has an opinion, so that's mine.
you know what
All
I mean.
Yeah. So I'm ready. I'll bring up my notes. I'm ready. There's a lot from Meta this week. So I'm really
Oh,
surprised.
really?
I guess so, 'cause they-
We'll get into it, and then I'll save the discussion one for last, and we'll see. Oh shoot, let me. So no, I'll find when it's time. I'll bring it up. All right. So this week's social media news updates. We will talk about Meta. Well, like I said, everything was Meta this week. So Meta. Let me see. There's a bunch of stuff. Let's start with Instagram. So Instagram is launching Reels algorithm control to US users. So all US users will now be able to access the Your Algorithm manual control option, which will give you another way to define your Reels experience. What it is that you get to, when you go into it, I'm going to tell you how. When you go into it, Meta says, this is what you've been watching, and it gives you like 3 topics, and it says, oh, do you want to adjust it? So you can add to it, because that will change the Reels algorithm for you, so you get to see the things that you like. So how do you find it? You go to Instagram, you go to just tap on a reel, any of the reels. Oh, I got one coming up. So you tap on a reel, and you're in the Reels feed. When you swipe up, you get reel. So there is a 2-line heart icon. It's like 2 lines on top of each other, and a heart at the top right. And you tap it, and it goes into a view that says Your Algorithm. So mine says, lately you've been into tech trends, culinary exploration, and styling yourself with ease. What do you want to see more of? And then it gives me some buttons, like hair care on a budget, music industry, skincare, financial freedom, motivation, algorithm, da. But there's an add button. So you can tap the add button and type in any topic that you want.
Oh.
So I did mine this morning. I haven't seen any changes, but I put some marketing stuff, some small business stuff, or whatever. So I'm going to see what it does. So that is supposed to give you, like when you look at Reels, so I'm going to swipe out. I'm going to try that. Swipe out, swipe back in. And then when I go into Reels, I should be able to see the things that I want. Okay, yeah. And then remember, there's an interested, not interested button. So, if you see something you like, oh, here we go. It did it. So it says, so I got a reel in here. I don't know, like kids or something, but it says from small business marketing, because that's one of the topics I typed in. So it will tell you this reel is from the topic you put in the Reels algorithm feed. And it's Reels only for now. So you have to go into Reels. So let me get back to this story so you guys can play with that. So you'll be able to tap on the control icon at the top right of your Reels feed to view this new your algorithm overview on topics. And again, it's two lines and there's two hearts on it when you tap it. So you'll be able to add and remove topics of interest, while tapping on any interest will also give you examples of the type of videos that fit in that category, which I did not do. So you can tap on the little button and it'll give you examples of the reels that you'll see. So you get more direct control over your reels experience, and you get real recommendations that are less defined by Meta AI system. You're controlling, you're curating your feed. You are the algorithm now.
So all the people who are crying, I want my followers to follow me. If your followers don't put you in the if they don't select you.
Well, yeah, remember, it's interest wise. So if your videos aren't about interest that they want you, they're not going to see you regardless of following or not, because we've said that over and over and over and over. It's not about your followers. Over and over and over. I don't know how many times to say it. So and why does Meta do this and others? It's because the user has to like being in the app. If I see stuff I don't like because I'm following you for whatever reason, I don't even remember why I'm following you.Maybe you're the cousin of somebody I met at a park. I don't know why. I went to a networking event and you talk about stuff. You talk about sports. I'm not following you. So all of these are signals to Instagram of interest. So their little argument about followers, they can stay over there. I'm real sick and tired of them talking about it. Really, I am. But and remember, this is reels only. It's not the main feed. It's not the photos when you go in. But remember, if you're on an iPad, the feed is reels only. Instagram. Remember, I brought that up because when they got the Instagram for iPad app now, which they switched me over to, and I had no choice. So now when I go to my iPad, it's reels only, because that's the view that they're doing. So now if I switch over to, well, I am on my iPad, but if I switch to Instagram, I'll see the reels that I just gave an interest to. That's why everything is interest based, which is a good thing for business owners. So it's a good thing.
The moral of the story is you need to be interesting.
It's self-selecting. I want to see things that I see. I used to have to curate my feed before, and it was a lot of work. Now I don't have to, because Instagram says, hey, and they're doing it on Facebook too. So, but Meta is saying, hey, select the things that you like at this wonderful seafood buffet or whatever buffet you went to, and you like seafood, so you went over to the seafood section, or you like soup, or you like salad. When you do that, you're giving signals, and Instagram says, I'm going to give you what you want. Why? Because that's what TikTok came on the scene with that. Oh, you like this? We're going to give it just more and more and more. So they're following suit. Here we are. So now the chronological people, I don't know what you're going to do. You're still going to complain, but your little voice is going to get, you're going to get smaller. You're going to shrink. And I don't know what to tell you, because business owners are like, this is cool. Because if I talk about this topic, my business is based on this topic. You talk about your topic, right? You talk about your business interest. That's what you want. Before, when it was just friends and family, it was so hard for businesses to get into the conversation, to get their post seen, because people was friends and family only. Now that's not the issue. So now what do we do as business owners? We're going to make that content. I don't care what it is. I talked about goat yoga. I even talked about one show. I remember I saw some reality TV show about funeral home directors, and it was hilarious. And you're like, how can they make that topic hilarious? Well, they did. So there's certain ways of doing things. And if you do that online and it's funny, like Fran says, entertaining, funny, ha. And if you're not funny, you don't have to do funny. You can do serious. It works. Because we're in the interest-based graph section of social media, and businesses, this is your time to shine, man. Make that content. I don't care what it is. Make it.
You need to be interesting, because you need to be what they want. Okay. And if you're not, we're not watching.
Yeah, and you're making your content, and they like your reel, they like your carousel, they like your whatever. and they show interest in it, whether it's a like, a comment, a share, a save. Well, this is Instagram, so there's the 4 things. Any of those things is going to get you seen more and more. See, you can't. That's why my thing is we cannot follow old strategy. The old strategy of follow. What's the people are still doing? Follow for follow. Oh, follow me, follow me. That does not work. Doesn't work. Do your thing. Be interesting, like Fran says, and people will find you because you're interested and you're talking about something they want, and you're making them smarter. You're giving them information. You're giving them valuable stuff, and they feel good and they like you, and they do those 4 things on Instagram. Okay, there you go. So this Reels experience is a good signal. It's a good thing. So here's a quote from Meta. We're launching the Your Algorithm tool on Reels today in the US and will roll out soon to all English-speaking users, a big step towards a more controllable experience. We've done a bunch of work on the tech under the hood, and we will continue to refine these tools. But already it's quite powerful to steer your recommendations toward your specific interests. And I always say Instagram tells you straight up what they're doing. They're not hiding anything. You follow the CEO, Adam. He gets on there. He's telling you, do this, creators, do that, do this, do that. And nobody wants to listen. So, but I'm listening. We're listening. So Instagram is not hiding anything in that gatekeeping. They're telling you why. And people go, well, why would they do that? Because if you're happy on the app, you're using the app, you're on the app more and more. You're there. That's what they want. They want the eyeballs. Eyeballs, I mean, pay attention. All right. So the last thing about this is that Instagram will allow you to share your algorithm interest to your story, so friends and followers can see what you're into. Now, I shared mine, because there's a share button, and when you tap it, it makes a story. So if you go to my story, you'll see, and it just tells me. It's just that little thing when you go into your algorithm that says, oh, the top 3 things that you're interested in. It's kind of like a Wrapped, or Spotify Wrapped, and YouTube all these recap things. So
everybody is doing it.
Yeah, everybody's doing it. So again, this is going to go more places in the app. They're starting out with Reels because that's their thing. They love Reels. Instagram love Reels. So what do we think of that? I mean, sorry to the chronological people.
I love it. I love it because I just found something that I really am going to look at.
See?
And I'm not usually over here a lot on Instagram.
So now, see, they're pulling you in. You're going to use the app more.
Yes.
Because you are seeing things that you want to see and not some just random stuff that you had to keep swiping by. You're actually
things that you want to see. And then Instagram is always going to throw in a new post from a new account that you don't follow, but based on the topic. And then it's going to ask you, is this something that you're interested in? And you could say yes or no. But they're going to still throw things in to say, hey, you might like, since you like this, you might like this from a new creator.
Yes.
And there's a button that says you're interested or not.
Well, TJ, I think YouTube has been doing this all along.
That's YouTube's thing. Yep.
YouTube will recommend it for you. And I'm like, no. Well, maybe let me take a look. And YouTube has been serving this stuff up like this for a long time.
YouTube has been quietly from day one. That's what's called YouTube. It's been quietly giving the users, the viewers, the people that watch the videos, giving them what they want, because they understand if they like this, they like the experience, they're gonna stay in the app. Staying in the app, you're fly in the spider web, and they can show those ads.
Yes.
And okay, so to your point, when I first turn on my TV, I go to YouTube. I'm not going to other places. I'm going straight to YouTube because the people that I'm interested in, or the topics that I'm interested in, are right there.
Also, and I always bring up the social aspect of the world we live in, the times we live in, what's going on. People feel unsure, uncertain, whatever. So they're not going to turn the TV on and watch the news because that's upsetting.
It is.
There's nothing good on the news. What's good on the news?
Yeah.
And then now, YouTube is trying to be a little bit interesting. They'll slide a panel up about the trending news story, but they don't put it up in front of, on top of your stuff. All of your stuff comes up first.
You can say there's a not interested. I'm not interested. And it won't show it to you.
Okay, good. Because I was like,
for YouTube, there's a not interested. There are little 3 dots on each video. There's a not interested. There's a not interested in the video or not interested in the channel. Oh, that's a big one. If they're not interested, that's blocking the channel. Like, oh, you better make sure your videos are
engaging. Somebody wants.
Yeah.
Because they would.
A couple times, like, don't show me this channel.
Something came up for me the other day, and I was like, "Why is this here?" And I did the same thing.
No, see, people don't do that. Not interested. No, you can do it on Facebook. You can do it everywhere. Not interested. Block. Don't show me. Whatever those things. Everything's a signal. So you have to realize that. So this is what Instagram is doing with the Reels. Okay. They're also doing. But it's been discovered Instagram is using AI to generate SEO summaries of the posts. Now let's talk a little bit about this one because it is an article from 404 Media that they did an investigation. The person wrote an article about the 404 article. What's happening is, remember that now when you search on Google, Instagram posts show up. Twitter posts show up. YouTube videos show up. I think LinkedIn posts show up. Pinterest stuff shows up. Okay. When you do a Google search, what this is that the 404 Media, which is a website where they do independent journalism, and they proud of not doing AI and all that other stuff. Good for them. But they have a report that explained that Instagram is using AI generated summaries of posts in order to increase their ranking in Google search. Now, the outrage is that it's because they're AI generated. How it was discovered that it was one person, I forgot their name, but they discovered a search of Instagram, and they found this Instagram post, and they went to Instagram. And it was a video with no caption. So they were, hey, Dr. Tati. So what happened was they discovered that this one post from Instagram, which was a video and had no caption, how in the world does it get into the SEO? Because it's based on text, right? So they did some digging, and they found some other people videos or things that didn't have captions. How in the world is it generating an SEO summary or a caption within Google? Because when you do searches, it says the post for blog posts. It says the title, and then there's a little summary of the blog post. And you do if you have a blog, you know how to do that. There's some automatic things that it pulls out, or you can fix it. I think it's called metadata, and there's a section, depending on how you're doing it, there's always a section where you do the metadata, and you say, this is what I want to show up in Google instead of whatever you pulled up automatically. I can change it. I can override it. So this is what people are upset, is because that Instagram is doing it. Google's not doing it. Instagram is using AI to, in the case of this video, AI the video, get what's the topic, what are they saying? They have some tool to take that text to make the SEO summary that shows up in Google, because that's how Google works with SEO. It has to pull the title. Sometimes it pulls a thumbnail, it also pulls the metadata of the description. Meta description, that's what I was thinking of. The meta description. Well, if you have a post on Instagram that doesn't have a caption, Instagram is like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? Oh, AI will summarize the video of what you're saying, and we'll make an automated AI generated SEO summary caption that shows up in Google. People are upset about that.
What?
Okay. Dr. Tachi, I'm with you. Did you just say why?
I said why.
Well, I'm like, and what we're supposed to, so Instagram's supposed to just sit around and not do something that's going to generate eyeballs to whatever they got going on.
Thank you. That's how Google works. But they're because they didn't write it. That Instagram has an AI tool that wrote it for them. That's
okay.
What it's about.
Okay. So these other people that wrote this or that are angry about this, they want us to sit there and write it by hand.
But it's like the example, it was somebody put a video on Instagram, no caption, no hashtags, no nothing, just the video.
Right, just the video.
If you're on Instagram, you watch the video, But remember, I was saying that if you do a SEO search on Google, Instagram comes through Google, Pinterest, X posts, LinkedIn posts, because that's what Google does. It crawls the web and you search for something and now it doesn't just do articles, it does all of these things.
Okay.
But they were mad that they didn't write the summary.
So wait, Instagram is supposed to take the staff and each video that does not have a caption or hashtags, and they're supposed to write something for that video so that it has the SEO. These people, okay.
Yeah, these people, yeah. So let me give you a little bit more. So the article that it was talking about, it said none of the SEO summaries was written by a human. It was generated by Meta AI, which Meta confirmed in an explanation to 404 Media, which is the site that posted the article. Meta says that it recently began using AI to generate titles for posts that appear in search engine results in order to help people better understand the content.
Okay.
The content is being written by AI in order to appeal to Google's AI systems and improve search rankings, which is how Google works. When it goes and you write a blog post or an article, there are things in the background. If you use WordPress or whatever, there are places where you have meta description, meta keywords, These are things to help match your article to the people that are searching for it on Google.
Wow.
And remember, things go to AI now. Things go to GPT, Perplexity, same way. So if you have a post on Instagram with a video that doesn't have a caption, any text at all, Instagram says, wait a minute, we need to pull users from Google because they're looking for something. So we want them to come over to Instagram. We got a post that doesn't have any text. What do we do? Oh, AI to the rescue. But these people, and it's a little bit of, these little tiny, a handful of people are like, how dare Meta do that?
Okay.
And we're supposed to be mad about this.
You're supposed to be outraged. I'm like, good. I want to be found on Google. I want them to be on Instagram. If I post something on Instagram without a caption, that's on me because that's stupid.
But Instagram helped me get discovered by putting it in there themselves.
These people aren't business, they're on, I'm here to enjoy. I forgot what it was in the article. I don't want this because I'm here to enjoy the post about something. I don't want all this brand and business building and that.
Okay.
This sounds like a developed world problem to me. Hashtag first world problems, even though I hate that term.
That's what it is. It's a small subset, and I'm going to put the original 404 Media article in the comments.
Okay.
When you guys,
I like 404.
you can read it.
So the people are just mad
So the
because
outrage is that how dare Meta make an AI summary? They want a real person to sit there and watch the 3 second, whatever the length of the video.
The billions of them.
Well, which would be possible if they were willing to pay for these products.
Wait, what? It's
You
free.
Posts go up every second on this. Just
Exactly. That's my point.
They don't have enough employees to do that. There's no way. That's why AI does all of the work of self-sorting,
The heavy lifting.
But this is the reason we TJ, put that in the private chat too, please.
Okay.
The whole reason they do this, they're trying to help us because some of us are too lazy to put a caption on.
Yeah.
Can I read a little bit of one of the complainers?
Okay.
Sure. You not write mediocre text like that, and it sounds as if it was auto-generated at scale with an LLM. Oh, welcome to the AI world. This becomes problematic when the headline or description advertises someone in a way that is not how they would personally describe themselves.
Well, how do you know how they personally describe themselves?
Exactly.
So here's and this one I got really interested in this article. I was like, really? People realize, like Dr. Tachi said, first world problems. So they spoke, 404 Media spoke to a search engine optimization SEO expert, and they said it appears that Instagram is only serving that title to Google and perhaps other search bots. I couldn't find any reference to it in the pre-rendered or rendered. Now we're getting into the detail, the weeds of the details in Chrome Dev Tools as a regular visitor on my home network. It does appear like Instagram is generating titles and doing it explicitly for search engines. You don't say. That's what they're supposed to do. It's supposed to work like that, people. It's supposed to work like that. So you're supposed to you're supposed to upload your post to Instagram and write a caption. Now, Instagram allows you to leave caption empty, but that's on you. Why are you on Instagram? That's another thing. So these people are like, we're here to, watch this or this or that. We're not here for the business stuff that they're doing. We hate it. I was like, if you people don't sit down, because I'm loving it. Oh, yes. Give me the AI SEO summary and connect me to Google so they see my post and they come over to my Instagram.
Okay.
And mind you, these are the same people. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying these will be the same people that will complain about their posts not being seen. Never mind.
Yes, these are the I call them the chronologicals. These are the chronologicals.
Okay. And then we just got the new thing that you just talked about, where Instagram is allowing you to curate your feed. So if you don't want to see the post that came up with whatever it is that you're complaining about, you can say, I don't want to see that and see something else. Okay.
Unless you're concerned that AI is working that in the background.
Listen, let the chronologicals do what they're going to do. We moving on. AI.
Yeah, AI is my buddy. You just don't understand.
AI. Give it to me.
You do not understand how much AI has saved me in time this week alone.
Amen.
And guess what? It's going to get even faster and better.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what?
So I had to, speaking of time saving with AI, this morning I was on the Morning Vibe and I was doing a 2025 media year in review. So we actually are going to have 3 parts to this because we couldn't finish today.
Yeah, oh my God, how you do that in one show?
You can't.
You can't
do it in 3 shows, but we're going to attempt. So what I did obviously is I came up with my list of things, and generally what I do is I will go back through what I talked about on Mediascope, go back to, because I don't remember everything right off the bat. I have to go back. Oh yeah, this happened this year. And sometimes I'm like, was this year or last year? So I have to go back and make sure, especially if something happened at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Like it could have started last year and then finished. So I looked that up.
Yeah.
What I did, of course, was like, you know what? Let me ask ChatGPT to help me. So that will trigger some of the things that I talked about already, probably, and come up with some things that I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. What did I miss? You asked ChatGPT, what did I miss?
What did I miss? I said, I already know I'm going to talk about this, and this. What are some of the other things that happened this year that I may not be focusing in on? And it came up with some stuff. Great. And I remember talking about these things, but how many stories do I talk about every week on Mediascope? Some of these things may escape me. So thank you, Mrs. PT, for all of your help today.
That's what I'm saying. Who what kind of, I can't even get what I want to say out. The time you knit, the first world problem, you spend nitpicking on this tiny little piece of lint on the back of your shirt.
Lint.
What? Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, okay, we gotta bring this up. But I'm like, and Instagram's not gonna stop, because it's like, hey, what did we say? AI is rolling on and doing the things that it needs to do, saving us time. And I said that in the beginning, it was going to save us time and free us up time to do so many more products. Like Fran said, she's doing so many products because it's like AI can handle like do. And you can even go in and say, I said, well, did we talk about da. And it said, yes, we talked about this on da. And here's the recap. I was like, cool. Thank you. So let these chronologicals do what you do. Love it. Okay, keep going. Whatever. All right, so I have one more Instagram story. Instagram tests early access Reels to help drive audience growth. So they are testing a Reels option that enables the creator to lock the Reels for a period of time, with only followers able to access it before it goes live for everyone. I think I remember that they were testing this. So now they moved into a bigger test of giving this to some creators, and I'm probably the big creators that have all these followers and everything. So here's the explanation. These Reels show a clock with a star icon on the cover in the grid and a blurred cover labeled early access. So what it is that the Reel is there, but it's blurred. And then there's a thing that says, I forgot what it says, early access, and you can tap it.
Okay.
So it's like a tennis shoe release. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So when viewers tap in, they see a message encouraging them to follow the creator to watch the Reel, along with a timer for when the Reel will be available for everyone and a follow button. So this is they've expanded the lock. This was the lockable Reels option that they tested, or it's out. It came back in May. Enables creators to share Reels that only can be viewed by those who have an access code. So now they're doing this with select creators where it's like a thing where you can have a VIP group, or you can have a special group of people that because you're one of my original followers. Here's a special Reel or something, and it's exclusive. There's exclusivity wrapped up into this. So they're testing this to see how this is going to grow your account. Now, again, this is to certain creators, and I'm pretty sure these are the big ones that that Instagram knows that we want to test things with these people, see how it works. So this might be a thing that comes or might not. So it is I guess it's like maybe it's like a premiere, like a YouTube premiere, or a special thing, or a VIP Reel, and only you guys get special access. I want to know what you to gauge interest. I want to know what you think, or that kind of thing. That's what they're testing early access to this.
Oh, cool.
This option. So that's what's going on. So That's what Instagram is doing. I have one more. I have a big one from Facebook because Facebook is doing things also. So Meta's been really busy. So Facebook is redesigned, redesign and focusing on friends, photos, marketplace, and more. So they revamped the Facebook app. Not too much. They're just little subtle touches. So we're going to go through those. So they are trying to put in features focused on connecting friends, design changes, and a focus on Facebook Marketplace. Now, we talked about Facebook Marketplace a lot because that is what Gen Z likes, and that's what they want Facebook for. And Facebook knows that. They know it's Marketplace only.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's a little. Is this a stat? Yeah. So they're saying the online marketplace is used by more than half of Gen Z users in the U.S., according to a 2025 eMarketer report on social media users, which I will look into later. I didn't look at that. Last month, Meta confirmed this trend, noting that marketplace is used by 1 out of 4 young adult daily active Facebook users in the US and Canada. So that is daily active. That means they're on daily, not that they have an account, not they come monthly or what. Daily active, like every day. So they know that Gen Z comes for Marketplace only and they live. But Marketplace is buried somewhere in a menu item somewhere. So they are putting Marketplace front and center on the bottom navigation bar. So when Gen Z comes in, boop, they go straight to Marketplace. So that's just a little redesign of the graphical interface of the Facebook app. So that's one thing. So they know that Gen Z comes to Facebook only for that Marketplace. So be like, hey, here you go. Get in, get out, do the things you need to do. Another thing that Facebook has done with their redesign is users can double tap photos in their feed to like them, similar to Instagram. That was not a thing before. So now you can double tap a photo instead of going and finding the button and all. You can double tap it. Search is changing to include a more immersive grid layout to support all content types. Facebook will also test a new full screen viewer that will let you explore photo and video results without losing your place. In addition, they're making it easier to create stories and regular posts by making tools for adding music or tagging friends more visible. They will also make more visible audience and cross-posting settings will be prominently displayed. Meta is rolling out updated user profiles, letting people add more information about their interests, hobbies, and travel. Users can include more information about themselves, like what TV show they like, what music they're streaming, favorite travel spots, and more. All of this is to connect you with friends who share the interests or who can give you tips, and it's all interest-based. But here, Facebook kind of knows that their users skew older, and they still like that friends, family connection. So they're trying to give them a little bit of that, but also put keep the interest-based focus that they're doing, because Facebook is an older crowd. So, that they're like, okay, we got to keep them happy, but we want Gen Z to come over. So we making them happy by putting a little Marketplace at the bottom because we want them to come over. In the feed, oh, here we go. Commenting across feed, groups, and reels will get replies are getting more streamlined. Badges will be more visible, and users get new pinning tools. In the main feed, users will be able to give feedback as to why they don't like a post or reel to better personalize their experience. We were talking about that with YouTube, where they have an interested, they have a don't recommend, don't show me this channel, and then Instagram has the interested, not interested button. So Facebook is doing the same thing. Like, okay, do you like this? Why not? We want to know because we want to make the experience better. Another thing, this one I always hated. If you change your profile picture or background photo, now that won't be pushed out to your feed. Because you change your avatar, you change your background photo, and it gets pushed out. Like, well, I don't want that pushed out to everybody. Now you can change that. And let's see, is there one more? Oh, yeah, you can decide if the update is shared to your feed. The last one is Facebook is trying to regain its reputation as a place for connecting friends. They're rolling out updated user profiles. Oh, I talked about that. Okay. So they're doing the part where you can talk about the interest and put the things that you want is to connect you with people who share the interest or who can give you tips, or you talk about a common goal or common interest. Excuse me. I'll say, so Meta said the new features will roll out globally over the weeks ahead. Some of these changes are mobile only. Like the double chat one, of course, is mobile only. You double tap the picture. And I saw that one today. I went into Facebook and I was like, oh, you could just, instead of finding the thumbs up or the heart or the this or the that, you just double tap it. So that's one of the Instagram-like features. So they're bringing those over to Facebook. All right, so that's Meta. Now we have one from OpenAI, which is not really so social media, but I threw it in there. Oh, it is. Okay, I thought this was I thought I put the Disney thing in, which I didn't want to because I figured Dr. Tasha was going to talk about the Disney thing. Disney and OpenAI, so I left that out. But OpenAI is, well, not OpenAI, but Adobe is bringing Photoshop, Express, and Acrobat features to ChatGPT. So they are going to let users ask the chatbot to use these apps to edit images, modify PDFs, or animate elements. So users can now tell ChatGPT to use Photoshop to edit specific parts of the image, remove or blur the background, adjust exposure, brightness, and contrast, or apply various effects. The chatbot will also give you an option to modify the intensity of effect using sliders. So now you'll be able to tell it stuff like, fetch the existing designs from the library. This is for Adobe Express. You can go into your library, bring in designs, put together theme creatives, animate elements, and edit designs. So the Acrobat PDF editing capabilities, you'll be able to do things like merge files, edit, or extract text or tables within a file, and more. At any point you don't feel like talking to, doing all this within ChatGPT, you get an option to continue working inside Adobe Apps to continue finishing the job that you asked within ChatGPT, or you can use features that are not available within ChatGPT. So you can take what you worked on in ChatGPT and move it over to the Adobe apps that you have. Just while features from all three Adobe apps are available on ChatGPT's desktop, web, and iOS apps, only Adobe Express is currently supported on ChatGPT for Android. The company says support for Photoshop and Express is coming soon. So right now it looks like it's just Adobe Express, but they're going to bring Photoshop and some other things inside of ChatGPT. So that's what's going on with OpenAI. Now I have one more. Yes, I have checked. So, and let me bring up the article. I don't know. Has anybody heard about the McDonald's? Oops. Has anybody heard about the McDonald's? What do I want to say? Kerfluffle, upset.
Do tell.
Nobody?
No.
Oh, okay, so I'm glad I brought this up. All right. So McDonald's put out an AI ad.
Okay.
They got everybody upset, rightly so. All right, so I'm going to bring up, this is an article on NBC News. Let me make sure. Oh, got to scroll. All right, let me get this out of the way. Let me close some of these. All right, so not loving it. McDonald's, and this is an ugly photo. Not loving it. McDonald's pulls AI-generated Christmas ad after social media backlash. Think the most terrible time of year. The 45-second ad featured a series of mishaps befalling people at Christmas. The ad is not available because they pulled it because it was so horrible. Let me see. So some social medias in the Netherlands say they couldn't stomach it, so McDonald's withdrew this advertisement or this ad generated entirely by artificial intelligence. So it was called The Most Terrible Time of the Year. The 45-second show was released on a fast food giant's YouTube channel, and it was done in the Netherlands. So see, I thought they did it over here. But they did it in the Netherlands, and that's like a screen grab. Like people, like they were trying to highlight that Christmas is horrible, but come to McDonald's.
What?
It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work.
I can see why.
It didn't
Well,
work.
this is okay. This ain't the United States that did that, so at least we.
That's what I thought. I was like, they pulled it over here. No, it was the Netherlands.
Okay, because they didn't make the Happy Meal happy. I mean, come on, people.
You're happy.
So I'm wondering, as an advertising person, formerly working in advertising, what do you think the problem was with this, TJ?
Well, I saw the ad because I was trying to find it. Somebody put it. It never goes away. Somebody put it on.
It's
YouTube.
somewhere, yeah.
It's somewhere, and I was trying to find it in my my saved history, and it's here somewhere. I didn't find it. Actually, let me find it because
what kind of scenes were in there? People falling off the roof, decorating their house, or what? I mean,
let me see if I can find it real quick, because I saw it yesterday. Let me see if I can do a YouTube search. And
could it be because Christmas is supposed to be about hope?
It's a horrible video, AI wise. It's a horrible video, idea wise. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. That's all I can say.
I want to know who was on the team.
It's horrible. Oh, I found it. Okay, let me see.
Right.
Let me bring it up. Okay, hold on. All righty. Okay, because they pull it down, but people are quick. They screenshot, they save, they're like, whoop.
What is this wonderfulness? Mm-hmm.
All right, let me bring. Okay, can we see that?
Yes.
Good. Let me put this here.
It's the most terrible time of the year. All the shops turn to mayhem, even Santa knows space, and the tree redecorated your place. It's the most terrible time of the year. The roast turn to charcoal, and the cookies burn too. Freaking chaos, it feels like a zoo. It's the most terrible time of the year. So you flee from the madness, the lights, and the cheer, and hide out in McDonald's till January's here.
Whatever I forgot what language. No, what is it? Norway.
They speak Dutch.
Dutch.
The Netherlands.
So that's what because when I first watched it, I thought it was the U.S. I thought they had, because it was on YouTube. It wasn't like on TV and everything. So I was like, oh, but so it was shown in, I guess, the Netherlands only. But for those people in Norway, Netherlands, Norway, wherever it is, I saw it. I was like, it's horrible. It's a horrible idea. It's a horrible execution. The images are horrible. They look AI. They look stupid. Everything about it was stupid to me. I was like, who greenlit this?
May I think...
Just wait a second. I thought that, but then I thought it was U.S. based, but it's Netherlands based. So Norway, wherever it is, Norwegian. So I was like, okay, maybe that's their humor.
You know what? I didn't even focus on the AI because I was so distracted by the message. Christmas is a hassle and full of disaster.
Trying to say that, oh, your life is horrible, go to McDonald's and you'll feel better.
And hang out till January?
I don't like the fact that I personally, I mean, it looks like AI. It is, it's clear that I think that it wasn't as well executed. I don't think it's a horrible commercial, but it's horrible that you are juxtaposing that against, oh, well, we can solve your problem. And so that's the problem, that McDonald's thought they could solve the problem of a horrible Christmas by you coming and getting some rubbish hash browns. That message just does not.
Here's the deal. That I saw a TikTok video of somebody who went to McDonald's in Italy, and they were saying that You go to McDonald's in the other countries, the food is vastly superior, like quality.
It is.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, because we're like McDonald's, we get the crappy meat and the crappy whatever, but all these other countries, they get quality stuff. Because the guy was showing all the food. He was, I'm in Italy, I'm going, and people were like, why are you going to McDonald's? And he was like, no, here's the quality of the Big Mac, here's the quality of this, and he was like, you gotta go to McDonald's when you go to another country because the quality is top notch. So, but all of my assumptions was like this was shown in the US, which it was not. It was on YouTube, so I don't, it wasn't on our radar, but it was on these guys' radar. It was pulled, and I see the end caption that the guy that posted this, he did a run through of it, so I want to watch that. But it doesn't. There's a way to do AI, like was it Coca-Cola that did the Christmas AI ad, which I didn't see a problem with because it was animated. This one, you're trying to do real people, so why not just do real people? Because we can tell it's not real people, and we don't like it.
Right. If you're using it for animation, that's not a problem.
Yeah, animation, I don't have a problem. Like,
yes,
whatever.
it's the moment that you try to replicate real individuals that it's still not there yet.
Yes, it's not there.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not, because see, we got this thing, this visceral
I'm
thing.
still on the whole message.
When we see that kind of AI stuff, it's like we go, ugh. We kind of go, ugh. So I went, ew. Why do that? Now do a cute animated or illustrated or so. Advertising wise, it just does not work. Even in the outrage, it does not work. Like if they were doing, because people do the negative, they take the negative outrage and we'll get exposure with. Well, it's McDonald's. They don't need negativity, because that's not what their brand is built on. So I was like, why? I'm thinking as an agency, why? There was no need to do that.
A lot of people are probably thinking, don't mess with Christmas. It's the one time when we're trying to enjoy.
Exactly. It is sometimes it's traumatic enough for a lot of people. A lot of people lost people during the pandemic.
Contrast that with Coca-Cola, who has always done holiday ads. Because the agency I was at, McCann, we always did. They always did the Christmas, always the bear, was always holiday cheer, happiness. Even though it was animated, there was never a negativity put there because it's Christmas, like you said.
And Christmas is about kids and Santa Claus and all that stuff in advertising.
Warm feelings. Family connections. I remember somebody was talking about the Folgers ad from years ago where the kid was coming home from college and he snuck in the trees and the presents, and the little girl woke up and it was like, oh, my brother. It was all of that warm, happy feelings of family connections at the holidays. None of that is in that ad. That was all like bah humbug.
Stupid stuff.
It was National Lampoon's whatever family Christmas, you know what I mean? It was
right. Just real quick, even if it was quality AI, it still wouldn't work. I'm not harping on the quality of the AI.
I'm talking about the message.
Yeah.
It reminded me of, remember America's Funniest Home Videos? That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's not a message. You're right. The one time of year that you can have a little bit of joy, and you do this. And then the thing is, you weren't even slick with trying to have people. Okay, this is what I would have done. If you're going to do that, it's still a terrible message, but if you're going to do that, it should not been a whole collage of different people that are not connected to show that it's terrible. It should have been one household where all this stuff happens or whatever. But the point is, everybody came home and they're all eating McDonald's breakfast together. Don't make it a big deal that they're eating breakfast from McDonald's, but it's clear what they're doing. And then the message is also, but despite all these things, we managed to get together.
Yeah, don't be so heavy-handed with it. Also, I think a National Lampoon Christmas Vacation take on it would have been better. Even though I'm like, don't even do that. Like Fran said, it's Christmas. Just
don't
keep
mess with
great,
Christmas.
cheery family, kids, holidays, and I wouldn't even go down that road, but they did. So it It was pulled. It's but somebody
What
can't.
happened? I'm sorry, but what happened to advertising McDonald's gift certificates? Remember when they used to do that? What happened to that type of thing? You're actually selling something and not selling misery.
This is somebody who obviously doesn't like Christmas at this agency in
Well, I'm sure it was a team. Who was on this flipping team?
That's what I'm saying.
If it was in the Netherlands, weed is legal there. So these people were high.
It's legal here too, but
and of course they have it's European. They have a different attitude about different things. They look at things differently. So, but
all right,
they didn't like it. So the consumers over there didn't like it. So that's why it was pulled. Not I thought it was America, but it's over there. So they didn't like it in that country, and they were like pull it. So, and it's McDonald's. So.
I'm so glad you found that because I wasn't aware of that.
I saw that yesterday or something. I didn't delve into it. I thought it was US based, but it was on YouTube. It wasn't shown on TV. It was on YouTube, and for that specific country.
Well,
and the
that
people
was
in
really ugly.
What? Christmas?
Yeah.
It's the way to do it, because, like I said, the Chevy Chase, National Lampoon Christmas Vacation movies, we all love those.
Love them.
Slapstick, but that slapstick, and Americans do that kind of better than other countries because of the attitudes and the way we see comedy. So, so I just thought we talk about it.
I agree with Dr. Tati. It should have been one family, not the whole universe, and showing just sort of a.
Oh, it's Christmas. Stay safe.
And nobody wants to see an advertisement about their relatives acting ugly or the turkey catching on fire. Come on, give me a break.
Cars that got knocked out. I was just like, it was just so mismatched. I was like, what is this? But there you go. So that's the outrage over McDonald's. The AI ad. And there'll be more. Whoever does the next AI ad in a form or fashion that doesn't fit AI, we're going to hear about it because they're going to do it.
I think people have to remember still that storytelling and proper storytelling is something you still have to do, even if AI is creating it. You still have to have a compelling story with a beginning, middle, and end, and it has to resonate, even if it's a story that is meant to advertise. And I think people think that AI is magically able to do a whole bunch of things that it cannot.
Yeah, push a button. It's Rosie and the Jets, and push a button, there's a food, which it can do that, but there's some thought into it. And I just remember I read somewhere this week, and I forgot who it was, but they were explaining the process about using AI, but they storyboarded everything.
Okay.
About a video. I have to remember, but the guy said he starts with a storyboard. I was like, that's what you do. You have to have the story. You still do things. You can use AI to storyboard for you, but he hand drew, like Dr. Touch said, he laid out the story first. So that's what you got to do. There'll be more.
All righty then.
And that's it. That's your social media news updates for the week.
Thank you so I'm just stunned. Okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Dr. Tachi, you're up.
Okay. Fantastical.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Give me just a second to pull myself together. And
I hear you.
Yeah.
that was a lot, TJ. I know you don't think so, but I think I'm a little stunned by the whole fact.
Yeah, and I was so stunned that I didn't even realize it wasn't here, but they pulled it before it could get here because it's YouTube. Somebody would have seen it.
But you see, the fact that we thought it was here, that shows you how deplorable Americans
That's where we're at. Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah, that's here. Oh, it's not. We're so used to deplorable behavior from Americans and our depictions of it that we didn't even think second, because I would have thought that was the U.S. too. I wouldn't have even looked. The second time I might have looked and said, wait a minute, this doesn't quite look like the U.S. It looks a little more European, building-wise and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, when they had the end card and it was in Dutch, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, what? But it was tying in because I remember the Coca-Cola ad that people were outraged about it. I was like, but why? It's a bear.
Yeah, it's
Animated bear.
animals. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
there we go.
And now it's like the most beloved. The Coca-Cola polar bears. That's
Yes.
like the most beloved thing.
They have to do it every year. They have to do it every Christmas. This is a thing.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Well, I've kind of pulled myself together now, so here we go. Oh, wait, by the way, did I talked about that I went to that influencer event last week. Did I show you the glasses?
No.
Oh, okay. Did I show you the swag bag?
No, you
No.
talked about it.
You talked about it, but you didn't.
You didn't show it, but you talked.
Well, so it's right next to me. Let me show
Okay.
you. So
Okay.
first of all, I'm like, I can't have not done an unboxing and not show you this. So 12 p.m. Studios is the thing. I'm going to talk about this all year, okay? Because I'm like super excited that I got invited to this. So
Yeah, I love that, Mark.
this is the box. When I talk about packaging, I had my oily fingers all over this, but
Yeah,
this
it's okay.
box, it came in, and then it comes in it's got a
The
what is
cloth.
this?
Yeah.
The microfiber cloth, and it's also comes in a microfiber bag. So
Whoa.
here's the cloth, and then this is the case it comes in.
Beautiful.
You even get a case? Oh my goodness.
You get the box and the case, and then so here are the glasses. These are the Cherry in London. I'm going to try these on. Look at these.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like in love.
Celebrity in the house, honey.
Listen,
Beautiful.
I love these. So these are the ones that were gifted to me. So I'll keep these on as I talk to you about what else we got. So I told you
love that color. I love that.
I do too. And the cherry lenses with the cherry frames, I love it. Yes. So
Nice.
Grand Marnier was a sponsor. So this is a bottle of Grand Marnier that we got. Also, I talked to you about Danessa Myricks. We got 2 products from Danessa Myricks, the glow serum and the liquid blurring balm, which I can't wait to try because I'm always using. I actually like on my, this is part of what I do. So cosmetics is part of the thing.
Okay.
So I'm always looking for balms and stuff. So I can't wait to try that. And then Jackie Aina and the Forever Mood, we got her latest fragrance. She was here. So that's what came in the bag. And then again, here's the magazine that with all the different styles. This is the right here is the
They got
founder,
glasses.
Janae. And these are the glasses. And let me just show you some of the different styles that they have. So they've got this, which is the Copenhagen. I don't know if you can really see it, but they're really beautiful. They have like a brown marble type of thing. They've got, because this collection is, it's based off of skiing. This is their winter collection. So they've got the Aspen, which are like these, and these come in 2 different colors. I mean, this was just so well done. I keep talking about it. So I'm loving it.
I mean, when you go to their Instagram, because like there's some of the images that you're showing. If you go to Instagram, you'll see the photo shoots and stuff. And like I said, I love the black luxury, the luxury part, with the fur and the snow and cowboy hats, and then it's an aesthetic that looks, but it
Francine says nice,
very nice, very nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you that because I didn't show you last week. I just talked about it, but I was like,
about it. We got it. I went to found their Instagram and
yeah, and I said, wait a minute, I don't think I showed them the glasses that I was gifted.
You didn't show us anything, so we're excited. Thank you.
Absolutely. So off of that, and check out 12 p.m. Studios if you're off. They really feel good. They are great quality. So if you're interested in that, you might be even able to give them to people for the holidays.
Yeah, I would hate for them to have all of that, all of that marketing and all that, everything in the packaging and everything, and then get it like, okay, well, the product's not great, but I wouldn't assume that from them because looking at everything that they're doing, it looks top notch, luxury.
I mean, and listen, when I got because I have this is actually the 4th pair that the one that is gifted, that's my 4th pair of 12 p.m. sunglasses. When you get them, these sunglasses are so clean, you don't even want to touch the lens. I'm like, they paid attention to every detail. I can't. In fact, when we get off of here, I'm going to record this unboxing because I have not yet. Shame on me. But so
I know we get excited though, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about what is happening here in the world of media. Now we're going to start with this. So we all know the big thing now is the Netflix Warner Brothers Discovery sale, but not so fast. Netflix, not so fast. Uh-oh, who's that? All right. Not so fast because
it's Netflix, they're calling you.
Yeah, it must have been Netflix. I'm on the air. Okay, we'll talk after. So apparently Paramount, if you have not heard, they've launched a hostile bid, whatever that means. I hate that term. I see hostile takeover, but they're calling it a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. So if you don't have popcorn, you might want to get it now. If you don't have a libation, this is the time to.
Okay, I got my snacks. Okay,
get your snacks. Exactly. So as we know, the deal between Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery, and then there were 3 companies primarily bidding for it. It was $83 billion. Now, that is only, though, going to include the studios and the streaming service. So doesn't that make sense that Netflix is interested in the streaming service?
Yes.
Okay? So they were only bidding the $83 billion for the studios and the streaming service. So here comes Salty behind Paramount, and they now are counter bidding at $108 billion to take over the entire thing. So that means if Netflix gets this, it's only for those 2 aspects, and the other channels like CNN and HBO would be sorry, not HBO. The other channels like that they have, not CNN and HBO, but the other channels that they have would be spun off. So their cable channels would be spun off for purchase elsewhere or absorbed elsewhere. So they're like, you can tell they really want this because they're like, okay, $108 billion for the whole thing. Why? This is interesting because we know that Paramount just merged with Skydance, right? So you just had a big merger. Why are you so interested now? And it's not just a business decision. Some of this is political. If we look at Paramount, we know that, and we look at Larry Ellison from Oracle, right? And we look at all of this, we know that they are very administration friendly.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay. And so if we're looking at that, and then we look at something like a document like, say, Project 2025, where part of the goal is to take over media to assert an agenda.
Yes.
So then when you look at that and you put all these pieces together, it is not a secret mystery. Why?
Yeah, it's not a secret. It's not a secret at all. When you look at all the look at the people, the individuals involved, and one of them is associated with that person in the White House. So
exactly. And they can sit there and say, oh, no, but we all know that these people lie. And we know that this is the actual. Exactly. I mean, in addition to enriching yourself, there's all of this. Supporting anybody politically, if you're at that level, is also to make business conditions favorable for you to continue to make money and exploit. Okay. Yes. So that's what politics and money are not separate from each other. We probably should have stricter laws
that prevent enforcement. I think we got some laws. The question is, can we enforce what we got?
That is a valid point.
Enforce what we have.
you can't enforce it because the DOJ is controlled by that.
Exactly. The
Justice
situation
Department,
is
this and that, Homeland Security. Name your agency.
okay, if there are any left.
Name your ABC agency, and they're controlled by that dude. So that's what it's about. That's right. That's what it's about.
Yes. So even though I might not like to talk about politics because I abhor politics, it's still intricately involved in the media industries.
In our daily life.
This year was not that it was never at any year, but this year really proved and showed how much politics is involved in that.
Yes, exposed. Everybody can see it. It was there. Like she said, it was under the rug. Somebody pulled the rug back. Now we see all the stuff under the rug. So
we saw the wizard and all in all his underwear when they pulled that curtain back. Okay. But the thing is, the wizard now has no shame and he's just staying in his underwear.
Okay.
He's trying to cover himself up.
Exactly.
I laugh because I don't want to cry. It's either laugh or cry. I'd rather laugh. So hopefully this is
exactly. But that's where the background of this comes from. Okay?
Yeah, for the people that are asking why, this is the why. So.
Exactly. So let's go back. So Larry Ellison is the co-founder of Oracle, and he's one of the world's richest people. His son David is the founder of Skydance Media. Okay, so and who took over Paramount so we're looking at this really could be like one of these evening soap opera dramas as well, right? All of this and the relationships, you just have to watch all of this. And so combining, if they are able to get this, if they combine with Warner, that would let them create a huge company that would take on Netflix. Netflix is already the world's largest streamer.
Okay.
And so this would allow them that because then they would have the streaming service, the Paramount Plus streaming service, and it will allow them to do that. Right? So I didn't mean Paramount Plus. I meant Warner's streaming service. There we go. So they already have Paramount and Paramount Plus. This would allow them to combine Warner's properties that are streaming into what they're already doing to compete head to head with Netflix, because right now they're not. Right now they can't. So this is what's happening. There is a bid on the floor there. So, but let's look at this. There's already a problem, and I think I talked about this last week. The problem being that all of this is borderline illegal, right?
Okay.
The reason
monopoly,
monopoly, trusts.
Okay. Antitrust laws.
Antitrust, exactly. Although who's paying attention to laws now? People are just bloody doing what they like, and that's part of the problem. But the reason these laws exist are, of course, protection of free enterprise, consumer protection, but less so because they don't really care about the consumers. Yeah. But part of that is their reasoning for this. Because I talked about this last week, I think the fact or when I talked about the Netflix thing, that this is vertical integration where one company owns the entire industry across the board. So from production all the way through exhibition. So they made it illegal back in I want to say it was the 1930s they made vertical integration illegal so that you could not be one company that was owning a talent agency, also owning a studio, also owning a production company, and then you owned all the movie houses. What was happening is there was a lot of things happening back in the 1930s, but part of this was also there was a lot of things. So the vertical integration and then block booking was another concept that was happening, and that was where studios would sell movie exhibitors movies, but only if you also bought this, and this. So they wouldn't give you this unless you bought these other two as well. Right. Lots of illegal stuff going on, which is why all of this legislation came up. So it just seems like we're going back to the 1930s now with this type of behavior. Very interesting. Thoughts on this so far?
I'm praying that we will get through this and that we won't have to have a different administration come in and prosecute these people for antitrust stuff, because that's going to be a mess.
Well, see, that's the thing. There's going to be a lot of court cases and things. It's just, like you said, we got to get through this part of, they're just running through and breaking laws and skirting and walking the line between this and that, and everything's going to the courts back and forth. So it's going to be a time. The time ahead is going to be a time. The person that got to clean this up, it's going to be some.
There's going to be a lot of litigation as well, because if you think about this, so in this short time that this regime has been in office, you've seen the chaos they've already managed to cause.
Exactly.
Let's look at more specifically media, the chaos they've managed to cause in media. So this is not something that another FCC, because when another administration comes in, Brendan Carr is gone.
Right.
So they're not going to be able to clean up the messes. First of all, this is now going to be tied up in court. The courts will be tied up for years, because aside from all these different FCC cases now, which are probably going to come forward, let's talk about all the things with all the other illegal things. These courts are going to be tied up for years. So here's the thing too. I think the thing was cause as much chaos as you could, as quickly as you can, because then that ties things up forever. People also have short memories. So for all the anger and things that people are finding now, believe me, they have short memories and people are daft. They're also going to start to continue to blame whatever new administration for problems that were caused by this. And you're going. People are daft.
Got it right. Because you can say Jan 6 to people, and they're like, "Oh, Jan 6, what's that?" Like, what? They've forgotten.
Wow, I don't know how you could ever forget that. That was historical.
It was.
They've forgotten, like you said. So
absolutely. So speaking of then the government and what was said with this, so they asked basically all of this hinges on approval, governmental approval,
right.
Any of this, whether it's Netflix or whether it's Paramount Plus. There are all sorts of things that are floating around now, and nobody's really saying anything right on the record right now. But there are people familiar with the matter that are talking about these things. So all of this hinges on this. There are some people that are saying, I don't see why they would not accept Paramounts because of all of the things I just told you, right? So, but what is Sarandos is not worried. He says this, who is from Netflix. We're super confident we're going to get it across the line and finish. Because so he's not phased, and he anticipated a counter deal from Paramount, but he's saying the deal is done. I don't care what you think. We're buying.
Okay.
But again, so you could say that, but again, all of this is hinging on governmental approval. In a normal world, in a normal state of affairs, things would have gone in a normal way. Like, all right, well, you bid. Let's see if you could. But now there are factions and people involved as to whether or not this goes through. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. What was the other thing about this that I wanted to say? Oh, the fact that Tang basically said this. So we don't know that he'll get approval.
Hey.
That's his name.
That just hit me who she was talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's okay.
So Tang said this. So after Netflix announced that they were going to buy WBD, this was on Sunday. Tang really did. He was not committed in his remarks. So he said, Netflix is a great company if they've done a phenomenal job. Isn't that what he says about everything? Everything. He said Netflix is a great company if they've done a phenomenal job. They have a very big market share. And then they have Warner Brothers, that share goes up a lot. So I don't know. That's going to be for some economists to tell. And also, I'll be involved in that decision too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I just sigh.
Prayer.
So here's the thing. So again, people are like, I don't know why you wouldn't go with Paramount, but here's the thing. Remember, Paramount owns some things like CBS, and CBS did a 60 Minutes interview with Marjorie Taylor, Margarine Taylor with Margarine. So they did this thing with Margarine, and I don't buy her stupid act for a moment.
I don't either.
And they, you know, obviously he came for her with all of this.
Yes.
Because of some of the things she said. So this is what he said in response to this, which is why this could be a thing. The fact that 60 Minutes, which is a CBS show, allowed this. My real problem with the show, talking about 60 Minutes, however, wasn't the low IQ trader. It was that the new ownership of 60 Minutes, Paramount, would allow such a show like this to air. He put this on Truth Social. And right after the Ellisons, remember Oracle and Skydance, right after they announced their hostile bid for Warner, he comes and says this on Truth Social. He said, they are no better than the old ownership who just paid me millions of dollars for fake reporting about your favorite president, me. Since they bought it, 60 Minutes has actually gotten worse. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up.
You can't.
So nothing is a sure bet in this administration.
Okay.
Even though they are friends or friendly, I should say, because people like this, they don't have friends. Okay. They have people they are aligned with. So even though the Ellisons are friends with the administration, something like this is enough to set him off to be like, nope, you can't. So nothing is a sure bet in this. So I'll be following and reporting on this.
Hey.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to go on. I have just a few more stories that I'd like to talk about this. So you started to talk about this a little bit, my dear friend. Why does this keep... Okay, there you go. Disney and OpenAI have reached an agreement, and this would make Disney the first major content licensing partner on Sora. So if we know what it is, for those of you who don't, it's OpenAI's short form generative AI video platform. So they're really trying to take control of their destiny, you know, with this. We saw when Sora 2 opened up all the different licensed characters that came up for everything, right? From Martin Luther King on down. So it was clear that IP was going to be an issue with Sora 2. And it's already, you know, if it starts off like that, you know, it's already out of hand. So they're taking control of their destiny. And what they have done is licensed more than 200 characters from to OpenAI, and they're also going to invest $1 billion in OpenAI. So again, this is what they're saying, that it's going to unlock new possibilities in imaginative storytelling. So it's a 3-year licensing agreement, and Sora is going to be able to generate short, user-prompted social videos that can be viewed and shared by fans. And as I said, it's more than 200 masked, animated, or creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. That includes costumes, props, vehicles, and what they're calling iconic and environments. So that could be like maybe the Starship Enterprise, right? Those types of things. But sorry, not the Star. That's Star Trek. We're talking Star Wars, right? So environments from there. So in addition, ChatGPT images will be able to turn a few words that you type in into generated images in seconds, drawing from that same intellectual property.
Wow.
And as part of the deal, Disney is going to make an investment of $1 billion. It's a $1 billion equity investment in OpenAI and receive warrants to purchase additional equity. So, of course, this is subject to board approvals and customary closing conditions, but this is something that is on the table and in discussion now. And again, that's a drop in the bucket. The 1 billion is from Disney is a drop in the bucket for Disney, right? And it's a drop in the bucket for OpenAI because they're now valued at 500 billion. So this seems to me like it's more of a good faith type thing more than any attempt to really monetize well off of that. So Disney's CEO Bob Iger says the OpenAI deal gives us an opportunity to play a part in what is really breathtaking growth. So,
to control the narrative,
So control you have to control the narrative. I think that is also the thing. So rather than letting it out there and letting other people spin it, you take control. Yeah, you could use our characters. Here's the agreement. So here are some of the you're going to be able to characters you'll be able to create. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. Okay, but isn't Mickey Mouse in the public domain now, or the Steamboat Willie one anyway?
Yeah, that's what came to my mind.
That's different.
You're not slick, Disney. So Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Lilo and Stitch, Ariel, Belle, Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Baymax. I don't know who Baymax is. Simba and Mufasa, and characters from movie franchises including Encanto, Frozen, Inside Out, Moana, and Monsters Inc., also Toy Story, Up, and Zootopia. There are also in animated and illustrated versions of Marvel and Lucasfilm characters like Black Panther, Captain America, Deadpool, Groot, Iron Man, Loki, Thor, Thanos, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia,
a long list.
The Mandalorian, Stormtroopers, and Yoda. Yeah, and these are the major characters people are thinking about, right?
Yeah.
They're not thinking about, the band in the canteen from the Star Wars movie. They're thinking about these characters. So again, alongside this, Disney will become a major customer of OpenAI. They're going to use the AI company's application programming interfaces, which are APIs, to build new products, tools, and experiences, including for Disney Plus. And they're also going to deploy ChatGPT for use by its employees. So this is actually quite comprehensive.
Wow. So here's the deal. You're probably going to have to pay extra to use these characters. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, I have a Cricut machine, and they used to have these cartridges. Do you remember when it first came out?
Yeah.
You had to buy the Disney stuff for it to do the Disney thing.
Oh.
And I can see it being a upsell where they would have to buy that so that you could make use of these characters. I can see where
Yeah, you know what? That's a valid point, because it also allows you to further control the narrative rather than having people making things willy-nilly anyhow.
Exactly. And then they'd
have
to sign an agreement as to how they use it. They can't alter it but so much, and so forth and so on. And when you click that button.
Exactly. Because these are not Creative Commons pieces. These are licensed, and you're subject to the rules of that licensure. So fantastic. All right. So that's what's happening over at Disney. And then in the same breath, Disney told Google to stop unauthorized use of its IP for AI. So they did this the day before they announced this $1 billion agreement with OpenAI, and they told Disney to, quote, immediately cease further copying, publicly displaying, publicly performing, distributing, and creating derivative works of Disney's copyrighted characters across its AI services. And that includes YouTube's mobile app, YouTube Shorts, and YouTube.
See.
This is orchestrated. You knew this was coming, so you're trying to... So they said this as well. Google is infringing Disney's copyrights on a massive scale by copying a large corpus of Disney's copyrighted works without authorization to train and develop generative artificial intelligence models and services, and by using AI models and services to commercially exploit and distribute copies of its protected works to customers in violation of Disney's copyrights.
There you go.
Sorry. So that's what's happening. Disney has a lot of news this week.
Oh my gosh, would you say sorry? Okie dokie. Well, it sounds like we got something to protect, and they are out to protect it.
Yes.
So they can make this deal make sense, because if people are just using it willy-nilly, why do I need to pay you?
Exactly. So they're doing the damage control now with all of that. So one more thing I want to talk to you about. Let's talk about it's TikTok, but it's music. So all we want for Christmas is a Mariah Carey concert, and you're going to be able to get that on TikTok tomorrow. So tomorrow, December 13th, there'll be a TikTok live and they're teaming up with Apple Music to broadcast Mariah Carey's Here for It All holiday special. And so it's going to promote her new album. She's got a new album out, while putting capstone basically on her Las Vegas residency. I haven't heard a lot about her Vegas residency. Has anybody else heard how it was?
I don't know. I'm not even familiar with what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't know as much, but I know that she did have a Las Vegas residency. I'm not sure where, but yeah, usually when you heard, like, for example, when Usher had his Las Vegas residency, everybody, oh, it's so great. And so, but I haven't really heard a whole lot about hers. I don't know.
And maybe it's because, she actually respects her privacy.
Could be, but that's public information. So, we might not, if I want to buy tickets, I'd like to know how it is. And not that I would go to a Mariah Carey concert, no disrespect, but usually, like, I've heard so much about great stuff about the Usher one that when he was doing it, I'm like, oh, I would actually go to that because I've heard it's really great. But in any case, if you missed the residency and you're not going to be able to get out there, you can log on to TikTok tomorrow and watch this. So both TikTok and Apple Music are going to broadcast a special, and it will look to capitalize on her seasonal popularity. You know that the All I Want for Christmas Is You hits the charts hard every year. It doesn't matter how long it's been out. People love that. That is the quintessential mark of the fact that the holiday season has started.
It sort of replaced Bing Crosby's I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. It's sort of, iconic. It's going to be a classic.
This is definitely a classic. Exactly. This is one of those Christmas songs that will replace that. Absolutely. So Tracy Gardner is the global head of music at TikTok, and she says, Mariah Carey isn't just part of the holidays. She is the holidays. TikTok is where music culture happens in real time, and we're thrilled to bring her dazzling Vegas celebration to fans everywhere live.
This is interesting. Because there has been, it's my understanding that Vegas has really lost a lot of its glow during this administration, because the people who were clogging up the hotels and everything, the tourists, are like, no, thank you. So I'm fascinated that they decided to do this by streaming, because people are just concerned about traveling in the United States these days.
Travel, spending money, all of that type of thing. Yeah.
And it's my understanding that a lot of the major casinos have had to close their doors, or they are just really going through it. They're empty. There's nobody on the strip. It's just not a draw.
No, and that's the unfortunate thing. And so you say to yourself, how do you pivot and what do you do when gambling is the major thing? And obviously there have been problems before, but when people don't have money to gamble with, they're like, no, this is all I have. I'm not giving it to you with no hope of ever giving it back.
Well, not only that, when your tourist main customers are people outside of the United States coming to gamble.
That's true. That's
In
true.
this environment, I don't think so.
No, and not in this environment. That's very true. That's a valid point. But you also have a lot of the people, whenever you go to Las Vegas, who do you see? A lot of middle America who, for them, that is their French Riviera. This is where they can get to, right? Maybe we can drive here and it's not too far. You can take a cheap flight. The hotels are maybe not as much anymore, but notoriously very inexpensive, right?
Oh no, not anymore. But
Not anymore. So, but before they used to be, you could stay at places like Treasure Island is for super cheap for like $50 a night.
Oh yeah, that's really below market. Yeah.
Exactly. If you did it like if it was like a Tuesday and Wednesday. So people would do creative things to, okay, we'll go on Tuesday and Wednesday. And of course, on the weekend, it would be higher. But, traditionally, Vegas, there are really high-end expensive rooms. But then you could say it's a place like Circus for cheap.
Yeah.
There's also a Travel Lodge right next to Circus, which I will never stay at again.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know if there are any rooms left because we got some homeless folks. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
People
But
trying
the whole
to survive.
and that's the thing. I haven't been to it. I'm due to go this year to the conference, but I haven't gone since 2018, which was kind of like right before the pandemic, and I just haven't been back for that conference. But I'm wanting to go this year, and I want to see for myself what's happening and what Vegas is like. But yeah, the foot traffic is significantly down. So look for and I was saying that the people, this is middle America that goes there to gamble and to do things and to enjoy.
Yes.
Many of the people who probably voted for this administration, and now they're seeing firsthand that I can't even get to Vegas. I can't even do these things. I guess you get
or McDonald's.
Or McDonald's. There you go. So that's what I have for you today.
Oh my gosh. Well, Dr. Tachi, you know what? We are just so grateful for what you bring to the table because I had no idea what was going on with Mariah. I can see why she made that shift. You know what I'm saying? Or what was going on with Paramount and Netflix and all this wonderfulness. So with that, we just want to remind everybody that you can always find Dr. Tachi on Indie Soup, and that we just really want you to follow her on indiesoupmedia.tv.mediascope. So with that, we want to remind everybody that it's good to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line, have a happy holiday, and from us to you, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We'll see you soon. And remember that if you're looking to become a part of Biz Chicks, you can simply text Biz to 33777, or you can go to our website, bizchicks.net. We'd love for you to be a part of our community so we can share with our community what it is you do and how you serve. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you again, Doc.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.